Welcome back. In the last video, we pushed all of these magnificent files to Hugging Face Spaces with the hopes of deploying our Food Vision mini app. And at the moment, mine's still in the building phase, but let's click refresh and see what we've got. No errors. Still building. Do we have an app? Okay. We'll refresh and then come over here, pushing image. Oh, what have we get? We've got something wrong here. Currently, only the default theme is supported. Caching examples here. Okay, I think that is not too bad. I think it's still building. Oh my gosh, we're about to see a live deployment. Once this is ready, if this errors out, it's actually going to say some sort of error, and we should get the log in here. But if we keep going, oh, there we go. Of course, we get an error. App.py demo launch print errors locally. Okay. Share is not supported when you are in Spaces. Okay, so we got something wrong in our app.py, which is absolutely no worries. I'm actually glad that we got this wrong because you can see that we can fix this by going edit. So all I did was files and versions. So this is what we've just uploaded. You can edit this from here. We go in here, share equals true. We don't need this in our deployed version. So debug equals false. And I'll write here, don't need share equals true in Hugging Face Spaces. And then we should go here, fix app.py to remove share equals true. And then once we commit these changes, it should try to rebuild. There we go, building. Now this may take another couple of minutes, so rather than sit here and wait for it, yeah, there we go, pushing image. This should be quite quick now actually because it's cached. Once you do your first build, Hugging Face will cache everything behind the scenes and subsequent builds should be a bit quicker. So I'm gonna let this run. I'll pause the video and then I'll come back once it's working or if there's another error. All right, I'm back. So I've let this run for about 2 or 3 minutes now. So let's refresh and see what we got. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Caching examples. To create a public link, set share equals true and launch. We don't necessarily need that because we're running in Hugging Face Spaces. Now let's come back to here. Running, that is beautiful. We've got green. We've got green, everyone. Let's see. Let's go to our app, Food Vision Mini. Do we have a demo or the video version? Wonderful. Look at that. All lights are go. Let's see what happens. Pizza, beautiful. Steak, sushi. Clear, wonderful. Let's try upload a custom image. So if I go into my Dropbox, I've got some food images saved here. And then number 10 is steak. Let's try that out. What do we get? Processing steak, beautiful. Of course, you can try this out. And in fact, I'd love to see your own examples. Please share them with me at GitHub. And you can post them in the discussions or on the Discord or something like that. If you do face any errors deploying this, because there was quite a few steps to go through. Please also let me know if something didn't work on maybe a Windows machine. I'd love to share the solution with other people. But the final thing we can do is we can embed our Gradio demo in our notebook. So let's see that in action. And we need the URL to look a little bit like that. So maybe I copy this. So these are all the steps that we just went through to uploading to Hugging Face. And I'm glad we faced an error because we saw how we could fix it on the fly. And why don't we fix it in our notebook as well? So our error was in here. We don't actually need any of this. We could just go launch and that will fix it up, overriding that. And then we can override that and then re-download the uploaded files or the updated files, sorry. And just remember, because we've turned this into a Git repo, Food Vision Mini Video, if we now go git pull, it's going to pull down our changes to app.py. So that was the change that we just made manually by going into files and versions, app.py, and we changed that. So now that change is reflected in our local directory. And of course, if we wanted to edit this Food Vision Mini Video, any of the files in here, we could do so locally and then push the changes back up to here. But since we've been working in Google Colab, let's continue there. I've now got a fun way of sharing your Hugging Face demos from a notebook. you can do it with an iframe. So IPython is what Jupyter notebooks used to be called, but there's a display module and you can import iframe. So if we look up what is an iframe in HTML, it's a frame to embed some kind of widget. So if you want to look up more, you can go for that. But this is again from the Gradio docs, Gradio share demo, sharing your app. There's many different ways to do so. Hosting on Hugging Face Spaces, that's just what we've done. And here's what we're going, embedding hosted spaces. So this is what we want to do. And I'm going to write here, we can also share our app by embedding it. So if we change this, we need it at the URL in a special format. So hf.space/embed/Mr. D Burke Food Vision Mini. That's the Food Vision Mini demo I created earlier, but now I'm going to append the video tag so you know that I'm going to not be hosting this one, which was the original Food Vision Mini. I'm going to be hosting this one, or embedding, sorry. So now if we come to my profile, I've got 3. There may be more by the time you watch this. So Food Vision Mini video, this is what we've just deployed together. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to bring it in here. Oh, I don't need to actually. I've got that URL there. You might want to change yours to have your username and then your repo name. But let's see what this looks like. Beautiful. So this is pulling it straight from Hugging Face Spaces. So if you wanted to create a portfolio where you could share your demos, you could do it like this. So you could have a notebook just exactly like what we've done here, training a model, explaining what you've done experiment-wise, and then here you can have a section for people to try out your model. So if we try it out, it's going to work exactly the same as if we were to run it directly on Hugging Face. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Try it with your own images. Please share them with me. I would love to see it. But that is sharing and uploading our Food Vision Mini demo. Now, we're not quite finished Milestone Project 3 yet, although we quite well could finish there. We've built Food Vision Mini. I think it's time to step things up a notch. We're getting pretty good with this machine learning thing. How about we increase Food Vision Mini to a larger size? But no spoilers, we'll cover that in the next video. I'll see you there.